what really happened to Toni Sharpless. It was a pretty standard girls' night out. Go to a party, have a couple libations and laughs, and head home. For 29-year-old Toni Sharpless, though, that ordinary night would spiral into one of Pennsylvania's most baffling disappearances, one still shrouded in suspicion, contradiction, and mystery. And Toni was a single mother, a registered nurse, and someone who had just recently turned her life around. After battling substance abuse in her early 20s, she put in the work, rehab, therapy, staying clean for nearly 2 years. She landed a new job at Lancaster General Hospital and was raising her 12-year-old daughter with renewed sense of purpose. On the night of August 22nd of 2009, Toni and her close friend, Crystal Johns, headed out for what was supposed to be a fun evening. They started the night at Crystal's house in West Brandywine Township before heading into Philadelphia. The destination was a good one, a party at the home of NBA player Willie Green, who, at the time, played for the 76ers. By all accounts, Toni was drinking. She wasn't supposed to be. The rehab, plus she was on medication that shouldn't be mixed with alcohol. At some point during the party, she allegedly began acting erratically, loud, maybe even confrontational. There were reports of a board game gone wrong, an ethnic slur, and a champagne bottle being dumped on the floor by Toni. Either way, Willie Green then asked them to leave, and Crystal drove the two of them away in Toni's black 2002 Pontiac Grand Prix. And here's where things go sideways. It was really late, around 5 a.m., and Crystal says she and Toni got into an argument in the car. Toni, still angry, then demanded Crystal get out. They were near 15th and Broad in Gladwin, Pennsylvania, an upscale, quiet area. And Crystal says she got out and Toni drove away alone into the early morning darkness. That was the last confirmed sighting of her.
I just thought, let me get out the car. She'll come back for me. I never thought she wouldn't come back.
The initial belief was that Toni crashed somewhere, and if they couldn't find the crash site, they thought maybe she was in the nearby Schuylkill River under the water's surface. And that was searched thoroughly, but no sign of anything. They then abandoned the crash theory altogether when a license plate reader picked up a hit on Toni's car in Camden, New Jersey, just days after she vanished. And Camden isn't just nearby, and it's notorious for its crime rate and history of stolen vehicles. Police never recovered the car, though, and that lead went cold. And then came the anonymous letter. In 2012, a private investigator hired by Toni's family received a letter claiming that her car was in a shipping container at the port of Camden, destined for export.
The writer says that he was paid $5,000 to move a car out of Brooklawn, New Jersey.
The letter also claimed that Toni had been killed after getting into trouble with some dangerous people, allegedly over drugs or a debt. The letter included details not made public, details about the case only someone close to it could have known, but investigators couldn't verify the letter's claims. And to this day, it remains one of the strangest leads in this case. And meanwhile, of course, the theories started stacking up. And some think Toni ran into foul play that night. That after leaving Crystal on the side of the road, perhaps she picked someone up along the way or met up with someone she knew. And maybe she wanted the bender to continue, so she called up an old dealer, and who really knows? Others suggest she overdosed and someone panicked, disposing of her body and vehicle to avoid police involvement. And then there's the more elaborate theory that her car was intentionally stolen, stripped. Maybe she ran into the wrong people at a gas station who saw her so intoxicated they took advantage. Some even believe Crystal knows more than she lets on, although no charges or formal accusations were made there. What makes this case so frustrating is how it toes the line between the plausible and the mysterious. There's no proof of a crime, just a missing woman, a single argument, and a car that vanished into thin air. Oh, something happened, but no one knows what. At the very least, if someone out there does know anything, they're not talking. In a world where we're watched by cameras on every corner, tracked by GPS in our pockets, and connected through every digital breadcrumb, it's interesting that a woman, a car, and an entire life can still vanish without a trace. As of now, Toni has been missing for almost 16 years. Her daughter is grown. Her mother, devastated and still searching, believes she was the victim of foul play, and that someone, maybe multiple people, are covering it up.